We're reporting here from the centre of Dublin for Dublin City TV for the tall ships race. We're looking here in the background where there's about 40 ships. All the tall ships have come in and they're here in Dublin for this weekend and then heading out tomorrow, Sunday the 26th of August, heading to Liverpool. Okay, I'm delighted to be joined now in Dublin City Centre at the Dublin Tall Ships Race by Dublin Lord Mayor. Thanks for joining us.
Delighted to be here.
This is a great event in Dublin.
It sure is, yeah. Nearly over 40 ships down there. All just on a great festival around here. Huge crowds of people in today, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, and a bit of good weather as well, which always helps things.
We had a lot of rain yesterday, but thankfully it's cleared up today.
So they're just here for the weekend?
They're here for the weekend, yeah, leaving tomorrow morning, sailing at 11 o'clock. There's a parade of sails out, so they'll be all going out in formation one after the other out the bay, so it'll be worth seeing that tomorrow morning.
And where are they going from here?
I think I'm not sure actually where they're heading from here, but they're certainly leaving Dublin and they'll be leaving in fine fettle based on today's.
Great, and you've had great turnouts as well over the weekend.
Yeah,
and it's a free event, which is great as well.
Yeah, and it's great. Everybody's cooperated quite well. The city and the port have worked together on it, so you can easily cross the river in 3 different points. So the boats look great, so we're delighted to have them here.
And the boats from everywhere, is there a good mixture?
It's a good mixture. It's both from Mexico, Ecuador, so South America is well represented. Mexico is here. A lot of the European countries are here, so it's a great over 40 boats.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 43 boats and 44 captains, I believe. So Poland, one boat from Poland has 2 captains. So I don't know what that's about.
Okay, well we hope to get some interviews with sailors later on down the quays.
Right.
Is this something you're going to do again?
Oh yeah, we had the tall ships here a number of years ago. It's been very successful here this year, so the weather's held up for us, so we'd certainly very interested in it. It's quite a competitive thing now. I mean, a lot of international cities, or big cities, bid for the tall ships now. You know, they're going to the Baltics next year. Finishing up with Szczecin in Poland. So it's a lot of competition, a lot of interest in hosting it. So we're delighted to have it.
Great. So great kudos that Dublin got it this year.
Yeah, and a lot of work gone into it. You know, and fair play to Muirí and company, the city council. They put a lot of work into delivering the event.
So in terms of tourism then, what's coming up in the future that we can look forward to?
There's a lot coming up. We have Notre Dame Navy playing here next weekend, so we'll have a big crowd in from the States from that. We have the 2 All-Ireland finals in September. We have a new festival in the city, the Bram Stoker Festival, all about Dracula. It's the first time we've done that. We have that in the autumn. Planning a big New Year's Eve party this year to tie in with the gathering, as been mentioned previously, so it'll be a great event around, and I believe the Lord Mayor, probably one person in Dublin who has to be in the city on New Year's Eve, so I'm hoping to be there dancing with the best of them, and of course the gathering next year, a big celebration around St. Patrick's Week and a lot of other events. So
great, so a busy year for you
absolutely,
ahead.
Absolutely, lots going on.
Okay,
all right.
Lord Mayor of Dublin,
Great.
thank you. I'm joined here now by a very hard working volunteer, Joe Burke, all the way up from Tipperary. Joe, you're here for the whole weekend, just helping out, handing out maps?
Yes, just handing out, giving information, handing out maps, and in general, answering questions and looking after health and safety, making sure that if anything goes wrong, if there's any hassle or anything, we report matters to the Gardaí. We're working in cooperation with the Garda Síochána, and we're back up to frontline with the security.
Okay, great. And you're here for the whole weekend. Have you got an interest in the ships yourself?
I was never on a ship myself. It's just my interest is in doing something good for communities on a voluntary basis. I've been involved in voluntary organisations practically all of my lifetime, and I feel now that we're retired, that I have something to give to those organisations, and that if we have to help to do that, we should do it. And that by doing so, you're keeping your own mind active, and so you're doing good for your own health, and you're doing good
for others as well.
It's
Great. And of course, with a lot of these events, without volunteers like yourself, the events couldn't go ahead because you're giving of your time and your information and everything, you know, free of charge to help people.
Especially a big event like this, because I understand there are 1,000 volunteers.
1,000 volunteers. I'm on board the Ellie Emer now, and I'm delighted to be joined by the trainee navigation officer, Niall McCarthy. Niall, thanks for joining us. So the ship is normally docked in Cork, is that right?
Well, no, our main operation headquarters is in Holborn Island in Cox Harbour, and that's where the entire main fleet is based. Obviously, we take opportunities like to come alongside here into Dublin City when we can get them. Normally, our main operations are off the coast. It's very we take opportunities like these because they are rare that we do get to come alongside, and especially for something like this weekend where you've got all ships inside here.
It's such a big event.
It's a huge event, One of the other ships now was down below in Colonia for the start of the last leg. Last year now we were ships in Waterford and shipping Green up as well in Scotland as one of the tall ships as well. So the name itself is very close connected with the tall ships, has been over the years.
And how old is the Ellie Emer?
This ship is 34. It was built in 1977, commissioned to service in the Navy in 1978. And this is under last year now in service. Peak fish now next year. We've got two ships now currently under construction in the UK. We're phasing into service now from late next year.
So now you're a trainee navigation officer. What exactly is that?
Well, largely my day-to-day is getting concerned with taking the ship pretty much from A to B for all spaces there. Taking the ship in here now, we largely use paper charts still for the ship. And also all electronic use as well. We are moving towards fully electronic bridge now in the next couple of years.
And would there be many ships still using the old navigation charts, the paper charts?
Paper charts, it's moving away towards it. A lot of ships, I was, as part of my training now, we spent 3 months with a merchant, a civilian company, and that company now, it's an Irish-based firm, Italian owned, and they now themselves will be wanting to go electronic and also carrying fully big rigs as well, and intend to stay to that for the future.
So how many crew can the LEE Mercari?
Well, our total complement now at the moment is 46 on board. Total set at the moment now 8 officers on board, and then the rest of the few rates
Okay. So when you become the navigation officer then in terms of promotion, where can you go from there as an officer?
Well, within the service itself, there's a lot of opportunities. When my first posting in 40 years time now, I will be as a navigation officer on one of the ships in the fleet. I'll be on my rotation, I will probably see me at sea for 2 years, and when I'm trying to place, there's any number of things, any number of areas that I can do.
And what made you sign up for this type of a job?
I've always wanted to join up. I've always mastered, actually from myself from South Kerry. I've always lived on the sea. There's a picture actually my mother sent me there, a picture from the 1991 tour ship with me on board this ship. The symmetry, 20 years later, I'm standing here on the bridge with us. So it's different, yeah. I've always wanted to.
Great. And would most of the crew and the officers, would they be Irish or are they non-nationals?
That's a bit of both really, to be honest about it. Well, yes, obviously we belong to 99% Irish based. We do have recruits from US, from Portugal, from US, from Norway,
So for any of our viewers then out there watching, how does somebody get involved? How do they get recruited for this type of
At the moment we just finished our last recruitment competition now, and this year now we're taking over 20 recruits, and last year we used to take some number. We also, that's one, we also need cadets, I exempt into cadets, 22 month program, involved in military studies and also civil studies. I'm currently in my second year of Bachelor of Science in Nautical Science at the National Maritime College in Cork, which is a joint venture between Corporate Technology and Naval Service.
And I suppose double jobbing for me from a fashion point of view. What's the story with the stars and the stripes and the buttons?
Well, that's the star because we're a republic, and then my stripes. Then that's I'm Southern Lieutenant, so I have a stripe and a half. That's the captain. Everything you can do at George Dock in the stripe. As you progress up in the ranks, the head of the Naval Service now is on board, and he's with me.
Okay, he's got all the stripes. And is there any significance with the hat?
The hat, actually, yes. As you see, it's again the naval side, the O piece, and also here.
We'll just point that out towards the camera so we can see it. Yeah.
The FF difference for Fianna but not for that Fianna for the Soldiers of Destiny, for the original, when the Irish Volunteers were formed in 1913. This is the emblem they chose.
Okay. And would that be the same for every officer?
It would be the same for every officer.
Right. The Irish Coast Guard, and Jared, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome.
You're part of the Irish Coast Guard here at the Tall Ships Race.
Yeah.
So what does the Irish Coast Guard do?
Well, the Irish Coast Guard, their responsibility is search and rescue mainly, to protect lives, and we also pollution and salvage, and to preserve the environment if there's any pollution threat. But basically it's search and rescue.
Okay, and is it a government body?
Yeah, we're part of the Department of Transport, Tourism and Sports.
And what sort of questions have people been asking you here on the stand? Is there a general interest in the Irish Coast Guard?
What it is, yeah, but basically the stand here today is for promoting safety on the water. We have all these leaflets, booklets, anyone comes up asks questions, we can ask them, just advise them what to do, what not to do when they go out in the water, to make sure they've got training, tell someone where they're going, when they're coming back, when they're due back. So it's just basically today and for this event we're basically promoting safety in the water.
And is it just offshore or is it inland as well?
It's basically mostly offshore, but we also look after some of the inland lakes on the Shannon and on the River Shannon.
Right.
In general it's offshore.
Right, okay. And then for any of our viewers that want to maybe find out a little bit more, is there a website or something people can look on to?
They can go on to www.safetyonthewater.ie or the Irish Coast Guard website.
Okay, so safetyonthewater.ie
is the main one for all this safety.
Okay, great. Okay, well enjoy the rest of the Tall Ships Race. Are you seeing lots of nice ships here?
Lots of lovely ones, yeah. Lots of nice
we were
big
just
ones,
up on the LEE Emer there. It's been decommissioned next year, so it's kind of always the last chance for people to go on board and have a look.
It is, yeah. They're getting a great following there today now.
Yeah.
Queues galore on it. Like,
yeah. Get up to see it before it's decommissioned. Jared from the Irish Coast Guard, thanks very much.
No problem, thank you.
We're saying farewell to the tall ships race as we leave Dublin at sunset, and as you can see in the background, lots of fun festivities still going on here. I'm Angie Sutherland and this is Dublin City TV.